It's not working.
Well, that should make the trip home a little more interesting. Set a course for DS9. Maximum warp.
Thank you, Doctor, but if you don't mind, I would like to go to the bridge now.
This will only take a minute. Your arm, please.
What is the meaning of this?
Just a simple blood screen.
I assure you, Doctor, I am not a changeling.
Then you have nothing to worry about.
I find this whole procedure offensive.
And I find you offensive. Now, hold up your arm, or I'll have a security officer do it for you.
Captain, would you kindly inform the security guard that he does not have to monitor my every move? It makes me feel unwelcome.
Looks like I won, Benjamin. You owe me dinner.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Captain Cisco bet me that you would thank him for the rescue before you started complaining.
I lost. Captain, are you aware there's a Klingon on your bridge?
He's not the Klingon you should be worried about. Switch to altitude. Maximum magnification.
I suggest you cloak immediately.
We lost our cloaking device rescuing you.
Might I trouble you for a glass of canard? Help yourself. It's on the house. Well, how uncharacteristically generous of you.
I'm in an uncharacteristic mood. Besides, I got 80 cases of this stuff sitting in my stockroom. And the way things are going, I'll never unload another bottle unless it's for you.
How thoughtless of me not to consider the effect the destruction of my home world would have on your business. These must be trying times for you. Be brave.
I should have listened to my cousin, Gayla. He said to me, Clark, I got one word for you. Weapons. No one ever went broke selling weapons. But did I take his advice? No. And why not? Because I'm a people person. I like interacting with my customers like you and I are doing right now. Talking to each other, getting to know one another.
I can see the attractions for you.
But when they're dealing in weapons, spies aren't interested in casual conversation. They just want their merchandise, no questions asked. So impersonal.
Your charms would be wasted.
Exactly. So now, Gale owns his own moon. And I'm staring into the abyss. And the worst part of it is, my only hope for salvation is the Federation.
I know precisely how you feel.
I want you to try something for me. Take a sip of this.
What is it?
A human drink. It's called root beer.
I don't know.
Come on. Aren't you just a little bit curious? What do you think?
It's vile.
I know. It's so bubbly, cloying, and happy.
Just like the Federation.
But you know what's really frightening? If you drink enough of it, you begin to like it.
It's insidious.
Just like the Federation.
You think they'll be able to save us?
I hope so.
Any luck?
Not yet. Hold on. Picking up something in long-range scanners. This is a find.
Made it.
Yeah, but it's got 2 Klingon ships on their tail. Captain's hailing us.
On screen.
Chief, our ETA is in 5 minutes. Are the new systems online?
Yes, sir.
I think we're going to need them.
I wish we could have tested them first.
No time like the present.
Ray shields. Red alert.
Now what? Well, I can't be sure, of course, but my guess would be Klingon.
The Klingons! First it was the Kardashians. Then it was the Ferengi. Now it's the Klingons! How's the Ferengi supposed to make an honest living in a place like this?
Jump out of warp. Reverse thrusters at maximum. Prepare for docking.
I see.
Well, it looks like the Klingons chased us all this way for nothing.
That remains to be seen. Klingons do not give up easily.
2 ships against the station? I don't think they'd risk it.
It may not be much of a risk.
Why do you say that?
They've got friends.
Status report, Major.
I'm detecting several dozen Klingon ships, including the Nekvar. They're in an attack formation.
While you were gone, we spoke to Starfleet Command. They sent a relief force under Admiral Haster.
When will they get here?
Not soon enough.
The Klingon ships have raised their shields and charged their weapons.
What are your orders, Captain? Battle stations.
The thing to remember, the Klingons prefer to use their knives and bat'leths in close combat. So if we get boarded, you can expect severe lacerations, broken bones, and blunt force traumas. All I can say is keep calm, remember your training, and do the best that you can. Report to your posts.
Doctor,
Constable, what can I do for you?
I just wanted you to know I'll be assigning a security unit to the infirmary for your protection.
Oh, thank you. But I'd rather you didn't. I'm going to have wounded people in here. The last thing I need is a team of deputies having a firefight in my doorway.
I understand. Just do me a favor. Don't count on that blue uniform to protect you. In the heat of battle, Klingons aren't very choosy about their targets. Doctor or no doctor, you might end up having to defend yourself.
Well, hopefully it won't come to that. But if it does, I promise you I'll be ready.
That's all I ask.
And while we're on the subject, Constable, I'm sure there's more than one Klingon who thinks that slaying a changeling would be worthy of a song or two.
Doctor, if a Klingon were to kill me, I'd expect nothing less than an entire opera on the subject.
Maybe. I just don't want to have to listen to it. Watch your back.
Come on, Quark, move it along. You should be in the emergency shelter by now.
I'm not going to any emergency shelter. This is my bar, and I'm going to defend it.
Really? And how do you plan to do that?
With this.
You're going to hit them with a box.
No, this is my disruptor pistol, the one I used to carry in the old days when I was serving on that Ferengi freighter.
I thought you were the ship's cook.
That's right. Every member of that crew thought he was a food critic. If the Klingons try to get through these doors, I'll be ready for them.
Dear Quark, I used parts of your disruptor to fix the replicators. We'll return them soon, wrong.
I will kill him.
With what?
That's close enough, Garrick.
I wanted to make sure that the council members were safe.
Hoping, no doubt, that your concern would curry some political favor.
Oh, and I take it your concern is motivated strictly by patriotism.
Oh, the council members are well aware of my patriotism and the sacrifices I was willing to make in order to save them. Now, why don't you go back to your little tailor shop and sew something?
Because if the Klingons do invade the station, you may just need my help. Who would have thought that the two of us would be fighting side